Yeah, Davinder, thanks for taking the time to do this. Like, feel free to just introduce yourself and give us a bit of background as to what you do.
Sure. I'm Davinder Dio, and I'm well, my background is in brand design and UX design, but I've been working for myself since about 2017, and I joined the program, I want to say in 2024 around March time. And I'm just been trying to ramp up my operations because all I've been doing in the past is just word of mouth, So like just like the course says, word of mouth is where people usually start, and then things dry up, and then this is why I wanted to join the up level mastermind.
Amazing. So take us through like where were you status wise in your business setup when you came into profitable designer? So what things did you want to work on? What things did you not have that you wanted to build from
hmm
scratch that made it
hmm
worth investing in?
I think it's typical from what you've explained in all the course materials that most people think like designers and most people do not think like business owners. And for me, I had a foot in each side. So I was lucky enough to have influencers that have run very successful businesses, and they've kind of given me some guidance. But that guidance did not include how to market myself and how to speak to the clients that I would really want. And I think the biggest thing is just understanding the mental models in regards to like how you should be approaching people, how you should be trying to find new business. It's not all about just who you know. It's actually about reaching out to the market and actually sending them messages through whether it's like LinkedIn and Instagram and email. Like email marketing, I never even touched ever. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even consider that. Um, and I will say that since starting the program, just implementing those things every day. I mean, only recently, I would say that in my summers are kind of funny in the sense that like I always just block off a bunch of time for my kids. I have two boys, they're 7 and 10, and I block off a bunch of time to just go have fun with them. And that always means that if I'm not doing my processes every day, that things are going to be a little bit slower. But as soon as I came back into my processes, I started doing LinkedIn outreach and just following the processes that are in the course about how to go about that. I've noticed that people are responding like way more. And I didn't have that before. So I'm starting to get more responses, starting to start more like important conversations. And like right now, I don't know if they're going anywhere, but people are talking, which is really important because now you're starting to get like like little nuggets of information from these people that about what they need and what their problems are. So I think I'm heading in the right direction, and I'm really happy about that.
Amazing. What do you feel like's been the biggest aha moment you've had since being in the training program?
Um, I would say that understanding just how to approach trying to get new clients is huge. But it's not that, it's the data. Like when you start seeing the results from what you're doing. So like, I haven't necessarily landed the client that I want to land. But for example, I was talking to someone today who runs their own business. I help them out. They're one of my clients. And he's kind of taught himself marketing through like YouTube. So like he talks to me, but then he also um, tries to learn his own stuff and tries to be more independent, which is fine by me. I'll help him out as much as I can. But we were talking about email open rates and how like just having like 15% is great. And my email open rates are like around 85%. So I know I've got the right initial start to those emails. And that blows my mind because I'm assuming that most people do not get anywhere near that. Like my last 6 days, I've changed all my messaging and it's at 85%. So now it's like, okay, how do I refine that message further to get these guys to actually respond? They're opening, but they're not responding. So now that's the next step. And I think by starting to go through the mental models through the new course that was just implemented, I'm starting to understand more about like how I should change those messages, what I need to start saying, and just trying to like simplify the language more as well. So I find that to be like the biggest plus point.
Yeah, amazing. What and like take us through like implementing the training program. Like, how has this changed the way that you look at your business moving forwards?
I would say that it's changed my thought process as to what the most important part of my business is. So before, everything just revolved around getting work done. That was it, nothing else. And at that time, getting work done wasn't even the most profitable thing. It wasn't like I was charging as much as I'd like to charge. I'm not making as much money as I'd like to make, but it was just the only way I figured out that I could make money at that time. Whereas now, I feel like just building up this engine of trying to get leads is like the most important part and is worth more to me, even though I'm not making money doing that. I will once I get those clients, but like building up that habit is really important to me. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm enjoying it and I'm adapting the materials that are in the course to kind of work for me. Like I've been creating like custom GPTs for messages for LinkedIn and messages for email. So then now it's a little bit simpler for me. I can just throw in a list of names, list of companies, list of websites. Well, not even actually. I just throw in the Google Sheet. So I'll just throw in the link to the Google Sheet and it does it all for me. And I'm finding that to be part of the business that I'm starting to enjoy more and just having the odd conversation with people, getting those conversations going. And that's been the biggest shift because like I think most people just think that designers just design, but then it's like when you get to a point when you're working for yourself, how can you just design if you don't have any clients? You know, nobody really gets to that point in the thought process. So I never thought I'd get to there either, you know. I mean, I do have some steady work with real estate through contacts that I've made a long time ago that just keeps coming, but that's not where I want to be. Where I want to be is making like the larger sums of money with clients in the America because the Canadian market isn't great right now. So like, all right, how do I tap into that market? So that's my next step.
Amazing. Well, yeah, thanks for taking the time to give us some insights, Davinder. And
Mhm.
yeah, greatly appreciated.
No worries.